December 3rd is the International Day for the Persons with Disabilities. The day is observed by UN and various countries internationally. Since 1992, we are observing this day to bring awareness about disabilities, their rights, privileges and other things. And the year 2020 is the year where the vulnerable sections are most affected due to COVID crisis, not only in the health perspective but also socially, economically. The theme for 2020 Disabled Day is Building Back Better towards a disability inclusive, accessible and sustainable post-COVID world. So, see the theme, inclusive, sustainable, accessible post-COVID world for disabilities. In fact, we should not call disabled, we should call differently abled or specially abled. According to PM Modi, it is Divyang, we should call it as Divyang. The aim to celebrate or observe this day is to promote well-being of persons with disabilities and to increase awareness of their situation in social, political, economic, cultural and other spheres. And there are various guidelines and principles issued by the UN in this respect to promote international protection for them. But if you compare developed countries and developing countries like India, the facilities for the differently abled people are better in developed countries in all the accessible things. In India, there is a long way to go. And we have Persons with Disabilities Act in 1995 and the act was repealed now and we have in 2016 new act for disabled persons in India. And there is a UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in 2006 and India ratified the convention in 2007. There is a UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in 2006 and India ratified that. And disabilities is of two types, physical and mental. Physical disability includes visual impairment, deaf and dumb, orthopedical impairment. Mental disability is also disability where cerebral palsy and other syndromes, mental illness, all these things. The Parliament of India in the year 2016 have enacted the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act in 2016 and the act is in accordance with UN Convention on Persons with Disabilities. As per the UN estimates, around 15% of the world's population or around 1 billion of the people will suffer with some or the other ailment. And in India, recently 4 years back, we have started a campaign called Accessible India Campaign, also called as Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. Accessible India Campaign, which is also called as Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. There is no special constitutional provision with respect to differently abled people in India except Article 41, which was mentioned where there was a word disabled was mentioned. Initiatives for the disabled people in India. First is Accessible India Campaign or Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. Second is Deen Dayal Rehabilitation Scheme. The third is Assistance to Disabled Persons for purchase of aids and appliances. Apart from all these things, internationally there is a treaty called Marrakesh Principles, certain principles called Marrakesh. According to Marrakesh Treaty or Marrakesh Principles, with respect to copyright issues, when a visually impaired person is using online any text, exemption will be given. That is called Marrakesh Principles or Marrakesh Treaty with respect to visually impaired people. Second is Yogyakarta Principle. Yogyakarta Principles deals with rights of differently abled people. Along with Marrakesh Yogyakarta, there is UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Internationally, there were enough efforts to protect the rights of disabled, but what we need is political will and also inclusive society where every differently abled person will feel that he can enter into the mainstream and can support the nation.